News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by Assemblyman James Oscarson, the voice for veterans, seniors, and education, now and in the future. The conservative choice, fighting for your rights. Paid by the committee to re-elect James Oscarson. News is also brought to you by Lorinda Wickman for Nye County Commissioner, District 1, a qualified and dedicated professional who understands our challenges and is here to serve the people. Vote to re-elect Lorinda Wickman for Nye County Commissioner, District 1. Paid for by the supporters of Lorinda Wickman. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, two cars collide on the south end of town.
Learn how you should prepare for the upcoming hot weather.
And the final budget is presented for the town of Pahrump. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Reinert and Eunette Gentry. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, June 2nd, 2016. I'm Zach Reinert.
And I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.
A female occupant of a vehicle that crashed this afternoon was transported by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital.
At least one person was transported from a two-vehicle accident that occurred this afternoon on Kellogg and Quarter Horse. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies arrived on scene. One vehicle was still in the roadway, the other in the nearby brush. Both vehicles sustained major damage. How the accident occurred is still under the investigation of the Nye County Sheriff's Office. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
The patients and office staff of Healthcare Partners got a bit of a shock this morning when a car bumped into the front of their building.
A vehicle versus structure accident occurred this morning on Highway 160 in front of the Healthcare Partners. It appears that the driver of the Jeep pressed on the accelerator instead of the brake when they got into their vehicle. No one was injured inside the vehicle or inside the building of the medical center. Nye County Sheriff's deputies are investigating. This is Deanna O'Donnell.
A public hearing was held regarding the 2016 to 2017 tentative budget for the Northern Nye County Hospital District.
Going to be a public hearing on the fiscal year for 2016 tentative budget for the Northern Nye County Hospital District, to approve the tentative budget for the Northern Nye County Hospital District, and discuss and deliberate to adopt or amend and adopt the final budget for the Northern Nye County Hospital District.
I was wondering if there's provisions in the budget to begin paying back the $3 million loan that was made to the hospital in Tonopah, and the discussion that went on in the past year about the establishment of that hospital district was to pay back the loan made of $3 million. And I was wondering if there was a provision made in this year's budget to begin taking care of that. The loan that was made in August of 2014 and then again augmented in 2015 of $500,000 more was slated to have an original first payment due coming in August of 2016. So August of 2016 would be covered under this budget. So I was wondering if that was being covered in this budget for the hospital district.
This budget indicates the revenue and expenditures potential for the fund. It does not identify where the money will be spent, and that will be subject to additional action in the future. What the budget does is identify what has been collected and what will be collected in 17 and what is available to be spent.
And that's,
Thank you.
And that's when we'll discuss that, the payback.
In regards to what was just said, The main reason for setting this up was to ensure that we had health care for the people in the central and north part of this county. When that is settled in good hand, then we can look at repayment. I would make a motion to adopt, to approve the tentative budget for the North Nye County Hospital District and adopt the final budget for the Nye County Hospital District 2016-17.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? I'll second it. I have a motion and a second. Do I have any other comments? I'll call for the vote.
Aye.
Aye?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0. Motion carries.
And the Board of County Commissioners also heard the final budget for the town of Pahrump for fiscal year 2016 and 2017.
I think that this projection for 17 is also inclusive of being able to have provision for things that might come up that are not expected, but in the normal course of business, I don't think we'll require that much money. And I have included some improvements to some of the parks that are experiencing problems with the lighting. And some,
$200,000.
because it looked like we might have some safety issues going on there. So we have included that. And of course, the funds that have already been identified for the park build-outs are still budgeted through again this year.
Mr. Chairman, so is the motion to approve the tentative budget and adopt the final budget? Is that the motion we're looking for? That's my motion for the town of Pahrump.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a second. Any further comments? I have a comment before we take a vote. There's a lot of chatter on the street talking about the town of Pahrump and the budget of the town of Pahrump and the funds in the town of Pahrump, that we keep hearing that now that we have some changes in some personnel, that the county is going to take the money from the town and put it into the county coffers. I want everybody to understand that is not a true statement. And I wish everybody would get that and keep it, because it's not a true statement. We've brought this up so many times, but it just keeps raising its ugly head. So just my comment.
Okay. Aye.
Any other comment? Yes, ma'am.
No, I think that indicators are that we might want to look at next year, looking at a tax reduction.
I believe so.
Thank you.
I think that would work very well.
Thank
Bring that
you.
rate back down where it should be.
Absolutely.
With that, any other comment?
Aye. Oh.
Call for the vote.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, your Desert View Hospital health tip when we return.